Hi guys, you're welcome back to our web design course, and I hope you've been enjoying it so far. So we're going to be building our portfolio website. But before we do that, I'd just like to go over it with you guys, right? What is a portfolio website? It's usually a website. It's a website. Portfolio website is a personal digital brand that shows your skills, experience, and projects. It helps clients and employers trust your expertise, lets you present your work in a professional, structured way, builds your visibility as a designer, a developer, creator, freelancer. It converts visitors into clients and opportunities, helps you stand out by showing your process, not only your results. So your portfolio is like your 24/7 salesman. It sells your skills when you're not there. When somebody tells you, "Oh, can I see your works?" and you're sending them a Google Drive link or you're sending them pictures on WhatsApp. Things like that should not be happening if you do have a portfolio. So we're going to be going over everything you need to um, build a portfolio website. And we're also going to be designing it on Figma, and we're going to be designing it on WordPress too. So moving forward for other websites that we're going to be building, we might not really design fully on Figma because sometimes you don't need to. You can just use a template or a theme depending on what you want to do. But I'm going to be building this particular one. We're going to do the research, everything that we need to do. We're going to do it together. All right. So step one in creating so one of the first before I go to step one of the first things you need to know is that whenever you're building a website, it's always important for you to follow a process. That's the way you're going to be able to deliver an entire website in a short time. You're not going to forget anything. You're not going to make mistakes. You're going to be fast. You're not going to be thinking through, oh, what should I do here? Where do I go from here? No, you already have all the details that you need to, bring a website to life, right? So the difference between you and a web designer who takes years to build websites and months and days and weeks is that you have a process. So let's get into step one. Step one, we have the research phase. So this is what is understanding what makes a great portfolio, right? And this is all about research, right? You're going to be checking out different people. There are websites you can actually check out. So we have Behance, we have Dribble, we have Dribble, we have awards. We have awards. We have minimal.gallery. We have dark mode design. We have awards and referral.design. So while I was doing my research, I got this from somebody else's website too. So yeah, so that's it. We're going to check out different parts of this website. So we're going to look at different things. So I'm just going to go to this site. Because I got them from a video when I was doing my research, that's why I show it like that. So we'll look at many websites. Now, some of these websites, they're a little bit complicated simply because some of them were built on GSAP. But what we're going to be doing is going to be a basic, what do you call it? It's going to be a basic portfolio website, right? Unless a client requests for something more sophisticated, we're fine with the basic, right? So that being said, let's get to work. So we've looked at, so there are different websites you can actually look at. There's referral. Referral is usually for UI UX, but then you can check out different parts, landing page of different websites, and it looks really nice, right? You can see different websites. So portfolio website can be used for either maybe a business wants to showcase what they do, or an agency or a person wants to showcase what he does. So you can pick ideas from different places, right? And I'm going to be sharing some. So also for you to be able to take screenshots of your web page, you can install this extension, which is it Capture they call it. I don't know what it's called. Let me check. It's sorry, Awesome Screen Recorder extension. So I'm just going to show you here. Awesome Screen Recorder extension. So this particular extension Where are down? Let me go to my Chrome store. Yeah, this is it. So check it in your Chrome web store. Let me see. So that you can be able to take screenshots whenever you need them. I use a lot of plugins, a lot of extensions for different things, right? So awesome. Yeah, that's it. So so that you can be able to take a screenshot whenever you want of whatever material you have and download it, right? So this is referral. We're going to be looking at different landing pages of different brands and all of that. And we're going to be taking Q, headers, footers, all of those things from these people. Okay, that being said, there is dark mode design where you're able to see different people's websites too. We're going to come back to this, but I'm just showing you. We're going to go to mood boarding and all. You can check for ideas here, source for ideas. I like this particular website, checking for ideas, because it's easy and it's not as stressful as Behance or Dribble, where there's so much, right? You're able to just pick simple stuff that people can use, integrate many things. In future videos, which I'm going to be adding much more later into the course, because those videos take time to create, or even self, it takes time to even recreate over time. Is I'm going to be doing videos where you see how I integrate 3D or GSAP into some of these designs, right? So I myself, it's a very interesting journey, but I'm going to put in that so you can see different websites, different portfolios and stuff, right? Yeah, so we can see different stuff. So another one is minimal.gallery. You can see different websites, different people's portfolios and all of that, right? And then you have Behance, of course. You can also see other people's work. You have Dribble. You can also see other people's, work. You also have awards. I like this award. I like this award because you're able to see like WordPress websites, you can explore by technology. You can just explore a lot of things. Yeah. So you can explore WordPress websites that are built on WordPress. You can see different things and all of that for different sections, right? But you see, the thing with if you don't have a structure, you'll be confused because you'll be trying to do many things at the same time. You'll be trying to, you see many ideas, you want to implement everything, but that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to just pick one thing that you can do and use it to your advantage. You pick one thing at a time. All right. So let me close this. All right. So let's go back. Now we've seen this. So the things you want to note is number one, the structure of the website. So from their hero page, from their header to the hero down to the about, all of that, you want to note the structure. Next, you want to note the design style, right? You want to note the design style. You want to know the design style, the writing style, the way they wrote their copy, their portfolio copy. You also want to check the layout, whether it's horizontal, whether it's, vertical. How did they do their websites as it's easy to move? Sometimes some people do their entire thing in the center, sometimes to the left, sometimes it's scrolling, all of that. We'll look at different ideas. Okay. Then, of course, the color theme and then the typography. Very important. The use of fonts in their websites, use of color. Sometimes somebody's color is just one, sometimes it's two, right? Different things. Next is you need to define your goal. What kind of portfolio are we building, right? So are we building for UI, UX? Are we building for a web developer? Are we building for a content designer? Are we building for a video editor? It's completely up to you. But I think for this, let me say we're building for UI, UX, right? So let me just put it under there that we are building for UI, UX because I'm a product designer myself. So okay, so what kind of clients do you want to attract? Uh, um, I want to attract early stage startups. So early stage startups. So this will help with your content, right? You want to also attract people who are conversant with, who want to build apps, who want to design UX, and stuff like that. So what do you want your visitors to do when they've to do? Either to book a call, view your works, or hire you. Well, for me, I want them to be able to book a call. I also want them to be able to view my case studies, right? Um, which is also my works. And I also want them, no, we'll talk about the hiring when they book a course. So these are the two things I want on my website. And yeah, that's basically it, right? So my value proposition, I design clean, modern digital experiences that help businesses grow. So I can actually change this. So we're going to be using ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini to be able to generate images, to generate text, to generate content for different things that we're doing. Next thing is the planning phase. You have to decide how many pages you want. You can have as many pages on your website, but it's better you know how many pages you need per website that you're building. So for some people, everything is one pager. It's just one landing page. They're not doing more than that. Some people is two, while some people is three landing pages. Some people is four. Some people is five, six, seven, and all of that. So we're going to just be using the homepage, the about, then we'll showcase our case studies, and of course the contact page, right? So we're going to be getting different ideas from different places. Not necessarily have a blog because it's a portfolio website. Testimonials. I don't know about testimonials, but we could have testimonials. We could actually have testimonials on the website. It's optional, but these are our four main, websites, right? Next is what goes into each page. For the home page, we're going to have a header. We're going to have the hero section with a big headline, short description, the CTA, and of course, an image for our illustration, right? Next, we're going to have featured works. We're going to show a little bit of our works and the redirection for people to view our works. Next, we're also going to have skills and expertise, what we actually do, what our skills are. And then, of course, we're going to add the testimonials, then a CTA section where people can actually book us and or maybe subscribe to a newsletter. Finally, our footer. Simple stuff, doesn't take too much time, no too much detail. On the about page, our story, our background, our process, the tools that we use, and of course, what we have been able to achieve over time, and then add the footer. So the header and the footer is basic for each page, right? The project page is going to have our case study list, and each case study will now have your problem, your role, your process, the wireframes, the final UI, the result and impact, tools used. This is what we're also going to be using to look for ideas, right? Usually it takes a lot of time, but it's something that we can actually do. And next is the service page, which we're not using in this place, so it's optional. And then, of course, a contact page, we can use a simple form, an email, Calendly link, and we'll add our social links. Completely depends on us, right? Then, of course, turning everything into a UI. We're going to create a mood board. So we're just going to go straight. I'm going to explain it and then we'll go straight into design. We're going to create a mood board. A mood board is a collection of ideas that you've gathered that you want to use for design. Give me a minute. That's what a mood board is. So it's going to include screenshots of your ideas, your layout inspirations. It's going to include the typography that you think you want to use, the colors you want to use, the UI elements, buttons, all of that you want to use. A wireframe of all your pages. You might not necessarily need to do wireframes, but you can. Wireframes are low fidelity of your work just to give a background structure of what your website is going to look like before you start adding things like images, colors, all of those things, text. It's just going to be, I'm going to show you what a wireframe is, right? I'm going to show you an example of let me just do that. Let me just let me go to Pinterest, right? So it's easy for me to show you what a wireframe is there. So it's just a rough sketch. So we're going to go to wireframe. I'm coming. I like this picture. Looks like something that's going to be useful. Let me save it. Even the use of all these colors. I love these colors. Okay. This is beautiful. That's why I don't like coming to Behance. We just get lost. So wireframe. Wireframe design. So this is the wireframe design. You see that it's rough sketch, no colors added. Let's look at this. Let's zoom into this. You see rough sketch, nothing added. This is just what your website will look like. So sometimes you need to do this. Sometimes you don't need to do this. You can just go straight into your design. Some clients require that you show up. Some clients require that you show up like this. So clients require that you show up like this. You show your sketch like this before you start adding colors. I've worked with people who say, "Oh, Obi, I want to be able to see my design first, as low fidelity, know exactly what I'm adding, so that I can decide the colors before I'm going to add anything." Right? While some they're genuinely not interested, just give me an amazing work, and I'm going to just enjoy my work. So yeah, that's basically it. So this is a wireframe design. So let's go back. So you don't need, you can do your wireframing depending on you. You can also gather ideas when you're designing to make your work faster. There's what we call Relium. So Relium has a package on Figma that you can always copy and copy. It contains layouts of it contains layouts of websites that you can pick different parts fast. So it's going to have headers, footers, all of those things that you can easily copy and make your designs like really, really fast, right? It has wireframes that you can use. And I think we're going to be using Relium just to save time on what it is that we are doing. This is actually beautiful. I like this. Okay, so I learned how to do this thing yesterday. This cursor movement thing, right? Yesterday and GSAP. So it's quite interesting. Okay, this is actually this is actually interesting. So you can see people have built websites using Relium, right? Okay, so let's go back to display. So high fidelity, you can now add your branding, your images, your color palette. We're going to add your use consistent spacing, build components, buttons, cards, headings, grids, and all of that. And then, of course, you can build a design system which contains all your color, typography, buttons, spacing, and components. This will help you build credibility. So even if you're submitting your work to a client, you can package this like this and send to the client that this is everything that we use. The client is happier because they're like, oh, you really followed like the right step and all of that. So then the development phase, if you have not installed WordPress, please install WordPress as we said, right? And connect everything that needs to be connected. Then, of course, content writing. We have content writing. This is where you now start adding your personality to the website, headlines, about our story. You can add your content, project description, your CTA buttons, all of that content. And then finally, the publishing phase is you now having your domain. So if you don't have a domain and hosting, you will need all of this, right? But since we already have our domain and hosting, once we just publish on Elementor, everything goes live. Final touches, you test all your links, test mobile for mobile view responsiveness. So we're going to just say responsiveness. Responsiveness. Then you compress all images, make sure that they are lighter, improve your load time. You can check your site health and all of that. You can use plugins like Airlift to help your website load faster and all of that. So helps you easily adjust the no Airlift plugin for WordPress. Yeah, it speeds up your site, right? So you can use that. And of course, you can do SEO and you can add pop-ups just for newsletters, which is optional. Really your choice. All right, so let's get into building. I'm gonna open up Figma and I'm going to take it up here, right? So in Figma here, we already have the page. So we're just gonna call this our portfolio um, website. So what's the first thing we want to gather? I want to gather ideas, right? Want to gather ideas. So I think I'm going to open a folder and I'm going to call that folder portfolio because that's where I'm going to be downloading all the images and everything that I will need into that place. So I'm just going to call this new folder. Where is it? Okay. Portfolio by SM. I know spec portfolio very well. Okay, so that's it. All right, so we're just gonna open those folders, the folder here, and let's close this. Let's minimize this. All right, so let's look for ideas. We're looking for landing pages for portfolio, right? So let's see if any of these will match. Let's open this in a new tab. Oh, these are even screenshots, Seth. This is a screen. Oh, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful, but this is a health website. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. This is beautiful. This is why I like websites like this. Let's see for something that looks like they don't I don't think they have portfolio websites here. This is sign up and onboarding. I think I like the way this header is, but it looks somehow, shy. This is Notion's landing page. This is for hmm, I think I like this. Uh, this is actually nice, right? This is actually nice. I like the way it's coming out. Ooh, this is beautiful. Ooh, this is beautiful. I love this. Let's see if we can download it. They need us to. Okay, let's see. Stage test SE. Is that correct? I don't know if that website thing is correct. No, okay, this is their this thing. So let's go to our new folder. My outside friends will say it's folder. So we have this. So let's save this. Let's go back. I like the way this page is really nice, showcases our work, you know. What's the name of the website? They didn't give us the name. I know. So yeah. So look at these are actually I like the way this came out. I like the way this came out. So we're just gonna check it out. Um yeah, this too. I like the way it came out. Um I'm a product designer kind of thing. Oh, this will be really nice for our booking. Let's see. So searching for ideas, crazy stuff. Oh, look at this. This is searching for ideas like almost the hardest thing to do when it comes to, websites. But once you get it, you're good to go. You're not gonna miss it again once you get it. Right. So one of the good things of designing in Figma is that you can easily create images and all of that and use it later. So I think I like this. How many downloads do we get? So we don't finish all our downloads from this particular website. Yeah. So do the same thing. Yes. So let's close that. Uh, I like this. I like the way this came out. I like the way this came out. Ooh, this is beautiful. I love the way this came out. And I like the use of color, the use of cards, you know. I like the way it came out. It's beautiful. I'm gonna save it. So let's close that. For our booking. Let's see. I think I like this. Let's download this. Ooh, this is actually nice. Let's download this. Even the choice of color, the choice of fonts and all of that. Um, let's close this. I like this. I like this. This can be used for things like link in bio, right? So you can use this. You can build a simple link in bio that tells people how to get to your website. But yeah, this is beautiful. So let's see if we can get much more. I think I'm done with this. I don't think they have what we're looking for. Um, yeah, I think that's all. So this is mostly for UI UX. So I'm just gonna close that. But here they have very nice stuff. This is Contrast website. Let me see. I like this. Let me see. So we can take, so the thing about design is you can take so many ideas from many places. You can take so many ideas from many places and bring it to life, right? Business banking, complete payment for tax, unleash your creativity. I like this. I like the way this text, previously unavailable. I like the way this text came out. Um, endless scale powered by, so I just there. La 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 la. Let me see. This is beautiful. We can use this for our case study page. This is actually beautiful. Um, ah, this is nice, oh. Ah, first one, but I'm wondering what this would look like in on mobile. So you have to also think of you also have to think of responsiveness, right? Basement root text. Not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Feeling it. I am not feeling it. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. I like something like this, but this will require some small GSAP to make it beautiful. I was learning how to do this, but I'll probably do another video and show you guys how to do it because sometimes it involves a lot of code. That's why I say it involves a lot of code. So if you let me just open up my learning box for this 2026 now. Where are thou, O learning box? Yeah. So if you check, I have WordPress learning, things I learn on my own. And you see there's code. Hold on. There's a lot of coding and all of that that we do. So yeah, and I document so that it's easy for you guys. When I share this document with you, you step by step, you know exactly what to do. All right. So you know exactly what to do. All right. So step by step, I do documentation and all of that. But yeah, as you're my students, you're going to actually learn a lot. That's the interesting thing about being a student of mine. Okay, so let's see if we can get more ideas and we call it a day from these guys. Um, this one wants to look nice, so but your day there it wants to look nice. This is uh, image that is blending its background and text on it, Z index, with too much text. It's straight to the point, Sha, but it looks basic to me. I like this. It looks basic to me. Ah, but it's neat. It looks very professional. Let's see if we minimize what it looks like. Ah, these are the challenges. So these are the challenges. Can you see this? It's not optimized for, can you see it's not optimized for mobile, right? But it is well. It is well. So I wouldn't advise you use something like this. So I think I like this. Let's check. This one is offline. It is well. Let's just be opening them like that. Portfolio website, portfolio website. This is a tab, and this is beautiful, right? Yeah. Let's see. On Hover. Okay, so it didn't load up to that extent. Still loading. Okay, so I think just to save time, you can actually go on your own and check all these things. But I mean, I'd love to see some of this coming. Beautiful stuff. See, I like this too. But this will require some GSAP. This is actually beautiful too, even though it looks weird sometimes. Okay, so that's being said, let's stop here and check out the ones we've opened. So this is a portfolio website, contains their work and their story, an image of them working and curated by this is simple portfolio website and big brands usually use this. So let's just take a screenshot, full page screenshot. Uh, so we're going to download it. So you just click on done and click on download. Let's go to our portfolio by SMO, save it, close. So I'm gonna close this. This is Contra. Contra has changed, so you can't really, let's see portfolio. This is, you look for jobs here, but you can also share your work while you're looking for jobs so that clients can come and pick your work. Uh, yeah, so look at, there are people's works here. My Nigerians know they really disappoint. Yeah, I'm not feeling, okay, see, I like this. This is a one pager. This is a one pager. I think this is nice. Let me see. Let's check out other ones first. Mm. This is a one pager. This is a one pager. Simple stuff. Save images. Yeah, let's have it fire. Okay. Let's just screenshot. Visible parts. No. Okay, so let's go back. I also like this one. Let's see. Is that all? Okay. Okay, that's a header and this thing here. How do I view this now? Let's see. So I'm researching. This is research. Yes, this is his own this thing. Okay. These are his works. These are his works and a lot of text and his works. So this is a one pager, right? But the header stays static here. So let's see his work. Okay, you link it to, so this is a lovely one pager. And then you can download the CV. The CV here. Okay, makes sense. I think I like this too. So you can contact him directly to Gmail. So let's take a screenshot of this. This is actually quite nice. So that when you're building your own portfolio pages, you know you're not supposed to take the entire world to build something beautiful, right? So let's save this. Let's download this. Gonna download this to our portfolio by Hezemo. And let's go back to this place. We're seeing other portfolio websites, but please don't ever do something like that. I will arrest you. This is actually nice, but this is on a Webflow. Let's see. Remember how to do this loader screen. So he had a video here. This is nice. So he has a video here. So when you hover, a button comes up that says coming soon. It's a lot of GSAP, but yeah, this is motion, Cinema 4D, I've Cinema 3D that I added to this. So this is Webflow. I'm going to be, you can design things like this on WordPress, right? Very easy stuff. Right? These are buttons. I like this. So I like the way this thing came out. Let me see how this comes out. This is side menu. This is actually nice. We could actually design something like this, but that would be in future classes, not basic. Okay. Yeah, this is actually nice. We could design something like this. but it's not basic. Mm, okay, let's look for something else. Okay, so I think for Contra, we're fine. Let's check out, we opened some websites. Some of them are not loading. So we're just going to close those down. Change the digital space. This, that. This is noisy. I don't like the way it is. It's very noisy. Nah, it's too noisy. So this is nice. If you hover, you have the eyes. You have the eyes. You have the eyes. So that's like view instead of, you know, this is nice. On scroll fading, you know. This is also nice. Let me take a full screenshot. I like this. I like the way, ooh, this is beautiful. I see the person's works. And if you click on it, it takes you. Hmm. Can see every step of the way. We'll take a screenshot of everything. Let's see. We're done. Let's download. Okay. Sorry. Where were we? Uh, I think this side looks finer on mobile. Yeah, I said so. It looks very fine on mobile. On desktop, it's just there and it's static, so there's nothing. Yeah, the use of color is actually also very nice. So let's see. Let's go back to the home page and take a screenshot. Okay, so we have a copy. Let's download that. Okay, so I saved this in the wrong place, but I'll pick it up later. Okay, so I think we can close this now and check out other pages. No. What is this? Okay, the menu is on one page. Mm, no. I like this pop-up. Let's screenshot this pop-up. Visible area. So let's close it. So, this person's work is actually quite nice. And it shows up as a dot. Okay. Ooh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Beautiful. And if you notice, it's like staircase, you know, they just put it all over the place. This is actually quite beautiful. Ooh, I love it. I love it for them. I love it for them. This is actually very nice. Oh my God. But they have a lot of things on it. They have a lot of things on it. So I do hope you're enjoying the class. Research is taking almost an hour. Design is not going to be difficult. Mm. Okay, so that's one more. Let's check this out. Ooh, this is not a portfolio website. It's for icons. Straight to the point. It's just there. Mm, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It's just there. But I like this thing that is done here. What happens when you make a mobile? Yeah, okay. It's just there, sure. I'm not feeling it, but I like the color. I like the way the color, blends. So let's download it. Always structure your stuff so that you're not confused. You have all the materials you use. This is not loading. Ugh. Everything is coming to the edge. I'm not liking this. There's no space. Ah, this is nice, but ah, I'm not feeling this. It's just there. It works, but I'm not feeling it. Let's check out the work. Mm. Yeah. Let's take a screenshot of this. This works. This for our work page. We might still do research as we're designing, but I want to just show you guys what it looks like. No, I wanted the whole work page, so page. Mhm. This is not capturing their entire website again. I don't know why. Okay, this is nice. This reduces as you scroll. Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. Um, you can collect it as link, maybe. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so we're done with um looking for ideas here. This is beautiful, beautiful pages, man. But I think let's stop so that we can actually design. Then let's look at designs here. These ones are more sophisticated because there's a lot of animation. For example, let's look for portfolio. If you're learning animation, it's a good place to start. You can learn quite a number of things from this particular place. But it's too noisy. So it's going to be, most of these designs are usually appreciated by people who understand design. If you don't understand design, things like this will just piss you off, you know. So see, things like this would really get to you if you don't understand how design works. You know, things like this. Look at this Noah Stokes. So this is a website. As you scroll, it disappears. There's a lot of animation here, GSAP animation here, um, that you use. So a little bit stressful. This one is video. After this, then there's video. But this kind of designs can somebody can really be pissed off. Someone can really be pissed off because there's so much noise everywhere. So I like this card. Book an appointment, LinkedIn. This is a one pager, and you can read the testimonials. You know, this is minimalist website and it's beautiful. It's actually very fine. Okay, so I think I like this. Let's take a screenshot of this. So being a web designer is not just building basic stuff, but watching for design trends, you know, as a designer too. Watching for design trends. So we've gathered quite a number of ideas. So of course this is minimalist. I love it. I love it. I love how minimalist. Let's see. Daniel Marinova with Daniela. I like this type of website. So let me see. Hmm. Demilade HQ. It's Nigerian. It's beautiful. But it's a one pager. It's easy to actually build. It's actually easy to build this. Should we take a screenshot? Yes, we will. No, this is just basic. I don't like this. This is basic, but it's nice. This is also basic, but this is straight to the point, right? You can see your work and you see go straight to case study. You can see, I like this case study page. I love this. Let's take a screenshot of this case study page. Ah, it's a lot though. It's a whole lot, but it's nice. Okay, so this is more sophisticated stuff. You can do this with JSAP on hover reveal, right? This is really nice, but we're not going to be doing this. Okay, BHQ, Bimiladi, an experience, review as Nigerian brand designer. Ah, I don't know, but this is doing a lot to my eyes. It's actually quite nice, but it's doing a lot to my eyes. I like it. I'm going to bookmark it and create it later in one of my what they call it now, animations. I like this. Nice, but not minimal. Okay, it's a lot noise. Yeah, of course. We can check Behance later, and we can also check Dribble later. Uh, okay. This is actually also nice. Yeah, but I think we've gotten a lot of ideas. I think we've actually checked a lot of ideas. So let's get into Figma right now. So we need to gather all our mood board. We need to gather all our mood boards inside here. You come here. I think this Ctrl Shift K works, but it's usually opens Notion. Yeah, it opens Notion for my own system, so but it might be different for yours. This image. Yeah, our ideas are posted. So let's post this tomorrow. Okay, so that's it. So this is our entire mood board. Yeah, that's our entire mood board, so we can go in and view different parts of these websites that we like, right? And implement what we like about them. Okay, yeah. So next is we're going to decide what our fonts are. What fonts are we going to be using? So I'm just going to make this a section, call it mood boards. So these are our mood board. Next, we want to see what the color would be. And we can just simply just create different frames here. And these frames are big, though. Whatever. So I'm coming, let me duplicate it and pick different colors. So backgrounds. I think I like this color. I'm gonna use the eyedropper tool. This is also black, but not completely black. It's like a shade. So we just keep watching. I'm gonna be making many colors. Look, I didn't choose our fonts. I like this color. Okay, so I'm still picking color though. Let's see. Yeah, that black is different, definitely. So let's add more colors. I think I'm gonna use this at the beginning of my web page. I'm gonna use this. Beautiful stuff. No, this is fine. I like this color. Let's get the shades. So that's it. And then let's get different shades of white too. This is different from the white color itself. So um yeah, so now it's time to build. So um there's a frame here. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna call it So let's put this, we're going to put our design section in a box. So sorry, we're going to save this, Control S. We're just going to create a section. I'm going to call this section design system. So let's try and see what fonts these guys used. All right. You can see different fonts that were used there. Um, we'll check them as we're designing. For our color, it's still the most important thing. We can choose to do CTA buttons later. We can design buttons. We can decide, okay, if so the thing is, when it comes to your design system, please be consistent. If your buttons are rounded, have rounded corners, make them rounded. If your buttons are circular, make everything circular like that. So, okay, so yeah, we also need a logo. So, fastest way to get a logo is to go to Canva. So we're gonna go to Canva. And I think it was Light Lab we chose the last time. We can actually create this in Figma. We don't have to do this. So we're down. We just need to check for the font title. This font is called Times New Roman. This one is called B Vietnam. So let's go to Figma and let's create a logo. So we're just gonna click on T for text and type Light Lab. Zoom in so that you can see it. Usually the font is small. Let's make it 96. Okay. LIGHT, LAB. So regular times New Romans. Yeah. And make it italics. So I think it's a small letter L. Yeah. And B Vietnam. Yeah. There you go. So we can change this to bold. Or change this to small letter L. Okay. Yeah, so we've created Light Lab. We can then export as a logo. So let's take this logo. Okay, let's add this as our logo. I'm gonna call it logo. Okay, so this is our logo. You can change the color anytime you like to whatever it is we like. What else do we need? I think this should be all we need. So what kind of navigation are we using? So these are our design system. No. All right, so let's just create those independent pages that we are gonna be using. To make this really small, scale it down because it's actually very small. Okay, so let's go with desktop. Let's increase the height to 8,000 so that I can accommodate everything that we want. Now let's add a layout grid so that we know exactly what we are doing. Yeah. Okay, so we're good to go. So I mentioned, let's call this the home page. I had mentioned that there are some things that we needed to do, like getting Relume. But if you don't want to do that, you can just design your header yourself. So let me see if I can find Relume in the community and just open it as a document. Who's this? This person is crazy. Oh. This is a design. Let me see. Is it free? Let's open this. Let's open this. Let's go back to our community though and get the kits. So let's see what this design is all about. Don't forget we can add our backgrounds from here and all of that. But what am I always saying and all of that? Okay. Don't know what this is, but okay. Okay, so let's see what this guy is doing here. Um, I'm not feeling this, but this is his own website, yeah. But I'm not feeling anything. Okay, this okay. These are all the materials he used to build the website. Nice stuff. Like a challenge or something. Oh, it's a challenge. But let's go to main Relume. So this is Relume, and we can just pick different parts of website that we like, right? Headers and footers, about, getting started, different parts that we like. So based on that, we're going to be picking different parts. So I'm going to start with nav bars. There are different nav bars that they have here. So ours is going to be very simple. Let's take some ideas and take some ideas just to make your work faster, right? And take some ideas. Um, but this one has sub menu. Let's look for one that does not have sub menu. There are different hero pages that they've already prepared. They have seen headers. So these are no, this is the CTL, this is not a header. You know what? Let's use our mood board instead of using these guys. So from our mood board here, let's look at what these guys have as header. I think I like this. And we have case study. Let's check our document. From our document, we have what are the pages we are building? We have home, about me. Sorry guys, just hold on. Because I'm recording, my lights and everything stopped sharing. They just took the light, so everything went out. So bear with me. Let me switch to my solar so that I'll be able to serve you guys better. Yeah. Okay. So um 1 more minute. I'm trying to record. So I'm just gonna share my screen again. I'm gonna share my screen. So like I was saying, ours is homepage, about me and projects, about me, project and book me. So if we use these guys, where is it? If we use these guys on home, about, case study, right? And then we use the book me here, the contact here. So I think I like his header. So, but we have to decide whether our page is going to be dark or is going to be thought, or what are we doing, right? Is it going to be a dark page? Is it going to be a nice page? What's it going to look like? So I think I want to go dark. I've always liked dark themes and all of that, but let's see how it goes. Let's see whether if we try white, it will work. Look at this, is also white. Um, this would be nice, so well. I think I prefer the dark. The dark works best for me. Yeah, it works best. It's almost the same with this. So we can even add a button under our own. So yeah. So let's get to work. Where's our design? So what we want to do is we want to add a header. Uh, let's choose our page, our color, our entire page color. How about this color? A little bit darker, yes. This is better. So we can then say, okay, we have home page. We have home page. What are we going to change this font to now? I think for this font, we should use pop. This B Vietnam is fine, but let's see. Regular. Regular is okay. Regular is okay. So let's call it home. Let's not call it about, right? And we're gonna call this case study. All inside one. So font, let's use 18 as the font. Align it so that it can be on the same page. 30. Okay, so now we need to add our logo here. He used an image, but we're going to use a logo. And I think I want to go with the Light Lab logo. So our logo, I want it inside a frame so that I can easily edit as I like. Yeah. And let's reduce the size of the logo to 36 because it's text. And center it. Let's remove the color from this frame. And we have this. So I think I want this to increase. No. Okay. Let's center. Yeah, let's reduce the size from top to bottom. Oh, sorry. I was reducing the text size itself, not the frame. So I want the frame to come down a little bit. You hold control and you move. Yeah, this is better. So let me center this. Okay, so we're good. Let's call this logo logo one. All right, so we'll move it into our frame. So notice that this is a header frame. I'm going to call it header. So it's easy to identify. I'm going to call it header. Um, See that this light lamp is not showing well. Let's move it up a little. Let's reduce the size and center it. Right, so okay, reduce it, put it into our, yeah, and we'll have it here. I think I'm just gonna have this as a text instead of a frame. If it's an image, it's also be easy. So we'll have this here. Let's center it. Yeah. So we have light lamp. Then we have these three. So notice that this one is inside. We're taking the cue from here. We are down. This is actually very nice too. Remember, I taught you guys how to do this. We're taking the cue from this guy here. Walk about TV. Um, so we're going to add this into another frame, but in WordPress is going to be a container. Let's make it white. Let's make it transparent. Let's increase the corners to 50. Yeah, there you go. And one, two, three. Let's put it inside here. Bam. So we'll have this here. So, but this is the one that is active. So let's increase the font size to bold and change this to light. And we might even reduce the color. No. Uh, no, let's reduce the color to white but faded, right? We'll use it later. So this is active. So we'll put this here. I'm not feeling this font, but okay. Okay, so we're gonna center this. See, there's not enough space up and down. Let's bring it down a little. Oh, this is too big. So let's reduce this. Yeah, there we go. So this will always stay at the top. And of course, let's add a button. So this button will say book a call. And we're gonna add an icon for a call. So what's gonna be the color? Let's make the color, should we make the color orange? I like this. I have an orange color that I use for my brand. Let's make the color orange. Yeah. Let's give me a minute. Okay, okay. So that being said, um, so let's add an icon to this. I use Iconify to get icon. So book a call. We can use the calendar or a phone call, anyone. But I think I want to use the calendar. Iconify. If you want to get your own icons, you can go to Noun Project and get your own icons that you want to use, like I mentioned. So let's say calendar. Yeah, like something like this. You change the color to white. Yeah, something simple. So make it 16 instead of 24. Okay, so I'm gonna add this here, look a call, and let me increase the spacing. Some board is fine. That's what we're going to use in our buttons. Okay, so let's see. The length of this one is 50. Let's make it 50. 50. Right? And then center this guy. Okay. So the length of this two, let's see if we make it 50, what will it look like? Let's check that guy's work. Is his button the same with his menu? Yeah. So let's reduce the size of this menu. Or we leave the button the way it is. Okay, I think we leave the button the way it is. And we can just connect the three of them and say, we group them together. Make sure they are centered, each and every one of them. And now we have a header. So when anybody comes to our website, this is what they're going to see. Let's maybe turn off this thing so you see what it looks like. Yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So next thing we're going to say is, now let's look for elements to add. This, we can say we want to add this, or what do you think will be the best? Hello, I'm this. Um, Hello, I'm Jennifer, based in Japan. Or I think I like this. Or we can say flex it. We can say this. Can use this, or we can use this. So I think at the end of the day, I want to use something. So let's go to content. Yeah. So let's go to Claude or ChatGPT. Let's open ChatGPT. So I'm just going to open ChatGPT on my laptop and we're going to use it for research. If you don't have a ChatGPT account, please go and get one. This is 21st century. Go and get one. So I am building a portfolio website. I need a copy for my hero section. I am a UI UX designer. I need a headline, a sub-headline, and a CTA. So ChatGPT will give that to me. Remember, I design digital experiences that convert. I help businesses turn ideas, design that elevates brands, and ooh, I think I like this. So we're just gonna pick this and go to Figma, right? You can actually do this, but I think I like this. Well, let's see. I want a combination of this and this beautiful stuff. So let's go. Let's go and add another frame. So we're gonna add another frame here. Make sure it matches here. And zero spacing. Okay. So now we have this here. So let's type. Hmm. Let's make it center and drives business growth. Yeah, this is better. So, but we have to increase the size. I'm not sure I'm feeling this font. This is the best font. This is the let's try different fonts. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm feeling all these fonts here. Uh, but sometimes your fonts can be everything. Can be the difference between delivering an amazing website and just any type of website, right? So let's see. Hmm. Wait, there's Bricolage got text now. Yeah, so I may have to even change all my fonts now to this because I prefer this. So don't forget to change all of this in this pile. Yeah, so I like that font a lot. Okay, so and elevates business, elevates and drives, let's see, and drives business growth. Perfect. So let's see if we can increase this much more. No, so not it will go with the text. Yeah. So we have this at let's try this at 80. Hmm. Mm-mm. 72 is fine. Hmm. Okay. No, still looks too much. I want it to start from where all this button and the logo ends. That's where I want it to start from. Okay. So are we putting anything on top? Let's design those things. I've taught you guys how to do this with mask. So yeah. So we'll now want to add images to it. We want to add images to it. And once we do that, portraits. So I'm just gonna add images to it. I'm just checking for images. Okay, so we have this, right? So I'm just gonna group this and gonna see this, gonna add this here, right? Very small here. Hmm. I'm not really feeling it like that, but let's just put it there, right? So we can get a smaller text and say, where's our content? So from research to final visuals, how many words is this? Let's make the words 25 words. So it must be an exceptional designer. So now this is the interesting part is the text doesn't have to be as big. Reduce it to regular. It's still centered. Um, so let's check. His own was one line, but this people's own two lines. Okay, two lines. Two lines is fine to not too much detail. So um that strengthens your brand. Shikina, full stop. And I think this is fine. So spacing 20. We can now add a button. We can add a button. Should we add a button? We can actually leave it like this, so we can add a button. Let's add a button. Copy this. So what color will our button be now? Our button can be, let's remove this. Gonna change this to an arrow later. So our button can be view case studies. Center it. Distance 20. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so we can actually choose to add a background if we want. Hmm. Let me turn this off. Let me see what it will look like. Hmm. We can add a background here. So one of the best places to get pictures from is either Pinterest or Freepik. Let's try Freepik. And I'm just gonna say gradients background. Hmm. So we can check out gradient glass background. Ah, this is not free. I'd have loved to use it. It's very fine. So let's check for this. I like this. So we're checking for different backgrounds that we could probably use. Even this is nice. Let's see. Ah, this is beautiful. I like this too. Okay, so let's just download what we have. Let's download what we have. Oh my God, I just realized that the sound is not coming on. I don't know. Oh my God. My voice wasn't really catching on. But I do hope it's catching on now. I think my mic had some problems. So let's save these images here. I like this glass thing. Whoa, oh my God. You're gonna love this by the time we're done. It's gonna be beautiful. But it takes time though. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. Big Figma. Let's see. Let's get those pictures started. Okay, so I'm waiting for the images to add. Yeah, they're big. So let's see which one would work. I think I like this. So I'm just gonna scale it down and put it here. I'm trying to see what effects I would add to it that will make it really nice. See, I can create all those seamless blurry background that people used to have. Right? Let me see. Oh, okay. I think I want a color that matches our brand, to be honest. So the design will not just be bare like that, right? It won't just be bare. So we can actually can do something. I can increase this and make it a sticky. Yeah, now we have a nice design. But we can always change the image, yeah. So let's change the image to something else. Let's change the image. Let's see what the difference will be. Wow, I like this. This is so beautiful. I like the way it came out. So it's all about the color. It's all about the color. Can you see this? Oh, this is beautiful. Let me see if we reduce the layer below. So you can really just export this background as yours. Whether to come out as glass. Yeah, you can see these guys. He actually did come out as a glassy design, right? So, but I don't want the glassy design to be too much. So I'm just gonna add this. This is how my design is gonna look like. Now we're adding life to our website. Can you see this? We're bringing life to our website. Okay, so next is what do we want to add next? On our portfolio, we said the next part of our section, because we have added homepage now. Where is it? Yeah, so added hero, we added big headline, short description, we added background image instead of an image, right? So next is our featured works. So what we want to do, let's look at how other people did their featured works. Um, where am I going to? So this is how this guy did the selected works. This is how this person did their own selected works. This one too. Now, but the thing is, I like the way this one is, and then but it shows like this. So I'm gonna say optimize your design process, blah blah blah, and then go around to. I like this thing here. So this is small header, big header, or I like this optimize your design process. I don't know which one to go with now, since we're using a dark theme, right? I think I want to go with optimize. Yeah, I think I want to go with this. But am I going to make it white or I don't even know now. So I think I want to change this background color to something, yeah, like bluish green. Ah, yeah, like something bluish. Okay, so this is better. So I can create another section here that says very simple portfolio stuff. That says this. So we're going to add a small section here and we're going to say text optimize your design process with a seasoned designer. Okay, so we're gonna scale this and see, make this into 3. Yeah, I think I like it like this. And change the font size or font type to bold. Yeah, I think I like this. Then I'm going to take text. Okay, so this is that text that we copied the first time here. Yeah, so let's copy this text. Gonna make it regular. We use the font size to 20. Okay. Okay, it's in a box. Let me take it out and edit first. I'm gonna make this like this. Yes, like this. Maybe reduce it to regular light. Then the color. The color, let's pick color from here.